be in a better place. The day I see a film, I will be forever rich. And you're a fool, why only you give it? Only thing I get us so nobody can take your place. Nobody can, and get that a change it. What about the D-guy? Watch it out the play. Could be me, could be film. I only see I see 300 together. Riding along, quit it, be far go. I pray, may his soul rest in peace. One more thing, I pray that you take away a see. I'm too sorry for Jay. Left all with it. Me, why so soon? Like everybody talking on the street. Anytime I hear a voice, they get ready, make me grieve. And I know one day, me and you will meet again, yeah.
This is tribute to Quincy B. This song is Quincy B. Tribute to Quincy B. But today I'll be talking to you guys about something serious. But I want the music to play out first before I play this music out, then I will share my thoughts with you guys on non-profit organizations. But I want to play this song out first, and then we'll start. You wanna see what I'm doing? I'm doing some recording. So that's what I'm doing right now. After this song, I will be sharing my thoughts on non-profit organization, the necessity of it. I'm just playing this song. I'm sharing my thoughts on non-profit organizations in Africa, Liberia specifically.
Are you serious? Baby, tell me not lie, but I'm my brother. Even when you curious, say still my brother. I get thinking about the thing that we used to do together. Looking for you, they ready for my son and together. But don't let him on you, picking one day.
get a song to play out, and then I was going to talk a little bit about, Hi, thanks for joining KBOO Portland. This is your host, Kona Hall, and this is Let Them Say. Today on Let Them Say, I want to share my thoughts and also my opinion when we are talking about non-profit organizations in Africa. But I'll start with Liberia. I always start with Liberia since I'm a Liberian. But yeah, so this is a live video also on Facebook, and I would like to share thoughts on the necessity, why I think it's so important for Liberia to create all these NGOs, these non-profit organizations. So if you are Liberian and you are watching, you just joined me, I am talking about the necessity of non-profit organizations in Liberia. Why is it needed, Why do we need to have non-profit organizations in Liberia? Now, let's not forget that we Liberians went through 14 years of civil war, deadly civil war. We lost thousands and thousands of Liberians. We lost thousands of men. We lost thousands of women, children, elderly. So Liberia itself needs to rebuild. The country needs to, pretty much start from scratch, because from what I know and what I've been hearing through my research and reading, the country is very broke. Liberia is, I think, the poorest country in Africa right now, or probably the fourth poorest country, I think, in the world. So it's a big deal when it comes to NGOs. So I wrote some stuff down on my blog on letthemsay.com, and I just want to share it with you guys. So here we go, okay? So there is a massive need for nonprofit organizations in Liberia. There really is. There's some massive need. Let's not forget, America has over 1 million NGOs that develop and sustain this community and this country through their fundraising efforts, through communicating. Nonprofits are created to help raise awareness, help educate, create community-based programs that Liberia needs so much right now. It's also, it also helps solve issues within the communities. And having a nonprofit is very, very essential to the country's development, such as building shelters, orphanages, schools, churches, and clinics. Right now, the lack of strong healthcare system in Liberia, it really left so many Liberians vulnerable when the Ebola started in 2015. So many Liberians died so quickly. So many families, so many people lost their family members and it wiped out an entire family, So it was very, 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 very hard for them to contain it, because the health system over there is very weak. So nonprofit organizations can help with this problem by, building schools, by building health systems in the community, and, helping our children and the elderly specifically. And when the Ebola started, it left so many of the elderly and children vulnerable. So most of the people that died were, elderly and children. Very sad. So here are the reasons why I believe nonprofits will be very important and very essential to Liberia right now. Number one, we can build shelters. It's a great need when it comes to the elderly in Liberia. The elderly do not have shelter homes. So you got so many old people in the streets in Liberia begging and looking for food. Not so good. Why are there no shelters to help our elderly, to keep them safe, keep them fed, let them feel loved? What happened to that? What happened to the elders of the community just being the people that we all want to protect and we all want to respect? What happened to that? So the resources from nonprofit organizations when it comes to building adult homes, which is necessary, and mobile medical equipment. We need that so much in Liberia. And, having mobile medical equipment and having, foster adult homes, that will help so many of our older, Liberian people to, cut down when it comes to how they suffer, because they suffer so much. That will reduce a lot of their suffering. If we should have shelter homes built for them, if we should have, accessible mobility, which is we have these vans that are wheelchair accessible. So, we can be able to transport our old people to the church, transport them to the hospital, transport them where they need to be going. They don't have to be stuck one place. And also the disabled children. And also, creating food pantries within the communities. Is that even something we do back home? In Liberia, are there food pantries within the communities that the children can go and get food when there is no food at home? Is there something like that for our Liberian children out there to go and try and get food? So building pantries within the community is something that's very necessary, essential. It's needed. It will give the children so much hope. In America, we got where I live right now, it's like almost 3-4 food pantries down the street. You go to the churches, you see food pantries, they will tell you, go and get some food if you need food, And I think it's so necessary in country like Liberia, where we are recovering from the Ebola, we are recovering from the war. We need to come together as Liberians and bring so many ideas that will help build the country. And we need to stop thinking the government will build the country or the American people will build the country. Liberia seeks so much help from other countries that, almost I think 75% of our country of our, 75% of Liberia help, infrastructure and healthcare, everything that has to do with that, 75% of that is from other countries, not Liberia. What are Liberians doing? What are we doing? You see so many Liberians showing off, buying nice cars, renting, loaning houses, just to show off. You got Liberians even going to college to graduate just to show off. And then they do nothing with it when they graduate, So we as Liberians, what are we doing? What are we doing to benefit our country? What are we doing to improve our neighborhood? What are we doing to improve the communities? Are we just waiting for the government to do it? We're waiting for open weir? I don't know if it will happen if we keep waiting for open weir. Again, like I said, America is strong and powerful because of the citizens of America, because of the people that live in this country. It has nothing to do with the government. If we look forward to the government, a lot of things we do will not even be able to complete it. It is the citizens, it is the people in the community that come together and build the community. They create so many programs that help the community, that help the children, that help the elderly, that help men, that help women. What do we do? Are there programs like that in Liberia in the community for, for children, for the elderly, for poor people? What's going on? How are we helping our society? How are we as Liberians making an effort to improve the infrastructure in Liberia? Are we waiting for who? I've been preaching this for over 10 years to so many Liberian people. Who are we waiting for? A lot of Liberians go back home, we go home, and we only focus on our families, we only focus on our friends, we only focus on our individual plans. Why don't people go home and try to help build clinics and try to help build schools, try to help build hospitals, try to help build orphanages? What is wrong with that? Why can't we do that? That's important, You got so many African organizations here, like the Liberian organization, for example, it's like we need to take advantage of these organizations to help Africa. We need to take advantage to help Liberia. We need to take advantage to help our NGOs out there that are doing something positive, that are trying to make a difference, such a positive difference in the community. We need to pay attention to those people and try to encourage them, instead of just, we all want everything for ourselves. The selfishness needs to end. We need to be there for other people. You don't need to know someone to help them. Just helping people you don't know is the most beautiful thing in the world. It's the best feeling ever to be able to help someone and you have no idea who that person is. It's amazing. Liberians, let's do that. Let's help each other. You don't have to know me to help me. You don't have to know me to watch my show. You don't have to know me to do anything for me. If I'm doing something good and if I'm making a difference in the community, support. It's necessary. Why don't we want to support each other? Why are we tearing each other down so much? Well, I'll come back to that. But back to the topic about why NGOs are necessary in Liberia, okay? I talked about food pantry, the necessity of food pantry. Why will a child go to sleep hungry and we are okay with that for years and years and years and years, and still we have not come together as a country? I'm not there. I'm here and I'm doing my part. So I'm preaching and I'm talking to the Liberians out in Liberia. How are we going to create something in Liberia to sustain our children, to sustain the elderly, to sustain the community, period? We don't have to keep waiting for people. We don't have to wait for everybody else to help us but ourselves. Help yourself. Help yourselves, okay? We can do it. We are capable. We are strong. Liberia has been through so much and we are still standing. This country is still standing. Liberians are one of the strongest people, I believe, in the world. We've been through so much. I have been through so much as a Liberian. I went through the war at the age of 10. I'm telling you, I will share my war story with you guys one day. And it is a journey that, well, I will keep that. But you will hear my war story and how painful it really is. And why I feel the need to want to help my people. Why do I feel this need? I feel this need because I've been through so much in Liberia. I've seen so many Liberians suffer, so many Liberians die. We need to do something. It's 2018. Let's do something. Let's wake up, Liberians. Stop waiting for the government. Stop waiting for other countries, okay? Let's do it ourselves. So I'm giving you all some of the pointers that we can do to help. We can take to help, our communities in Liberia. Okay, so another point is, creating community credit unions. Just we do susu, but instead of doing susu, we just build community credit union, a group of people. It can be 5, 10 people. My dad started community credit union in Ghana, and I was there when he started it. I saw how he started it, and it really just, it's one day at a time, just meeting with people, talking with them, creating this community group, We need to create fan base, like have fundraiser, have volunteers, people that actually want to help out, people that want to benefit the country, people that want to improve. For example, like the Liberian Youth for Disease Prevention. That's an organization that I'm totally involved with, and I can't wait for them to register and just be full out there and helping the Liberian people. So I am working towards that, because that group is a group that I believe so many Liberians need to follow. The Liberian Youth for Disease Prevention. They are doing such an amazing job out there in Liberia, and we need more groups like that. We need more people like that. We need more teachers like that. We need more nurses. We need more professional Liberians that can say, I will use my profession for something good. I will use my profession to change the community, to change the country. That's all it really takes. Why are we waiting for everyone else to do it but ourselves? Okay? So building community credit union is very important as a Liberian right now. We need that. We don't have to be suffering and the people going to sleep hungry. The old man is sick. They can't even get nothing to take them to the hospital. They die from just really, really common cold things that can be avoided. Why? Because they have no money. But if we can create, if the Liberians in Liberia within the communities create these little credit unions where, y'all can go to and go borrow money when y'all need it. It's there. That's what it's for. Why can't we think like that? Why can't we think big? We used to think big. Did the war take everything away? No, the war didn't take everything away. We are still here. We are still here. So we need to build this country back. Okay? We need to build Liberia back. I'm begging Liberians, rise up, stand up, go back, send money, send donations, do whatever you can, but help someone in Liberia. All right? So I'm giving you another point on how you can help build a community. I hope people are listening that will actually take this, these pointers and try to create something out of it, okay? And another point I was trying to say is, help set up volunteers. Volunteering is one of the greatest gifts that you can give to someone. It makes you feel better as well. You feel so much better after you volunteer. I mean, I've done so many volunteering, and each and every one of them added a whole new joy and level of fulfillment, to me. That's why I love to volunteer. That's why I love working with nonprofit organizations. That's why I love working with schools, the children, because I love to volunteer. I believe giving your time is the most expensive thing in the whole world. And most people don't want to give their time to help someone. Everyone's so busy with their own life. Nobody wants to sacrifice their time. Give your time, sacrifice for other people. All right? So here we are. Set up volunteers. Get groups together that can actually want to go out there and help and change the community. There are people out there that are like-minded like you are. So find those people, give them a reason. Some people have hope. Some people have a reason, but they don't have hope. So we need to give people hope. We need to give people reason. We need to motivate. We need to inspire. Come on, share the love, positive energy, okay? And creating community programs to help schools, hospitals, when it comes to supplies and funds through fundraising. That's what volunteers do. When you have volunteers, you can create events that, these volunteers will go out there, try to raise awareness on things that's going on in the community. Raising awareness, that's one great thing that nonprofit organizations do. They raise awareness, and what's better way to raise awareness? You have to raise awareness. We just was raising awareness about Little Peace from Liberia, and through these awareness, through fundraising from GoFundMe, Facebook, YouTube. People are reaching out, people are donating, and this is all through raising awareness, through community efforts. We have few people out there that we are working with. Raising awareness is necessary. Let's help raise awareness in our community. Let's help educate each other. If you know something your friend don't know, help them. And if you don't know, let somebody help you. Quit acting like you know. Some of our Liberian people out there, they know so much that when you're telling them the truth, they're still thinking you're telling them something else they already know. And meanwhile, they're far from the truth, So it's like we need to be humble. Stop acting like we know so much, Sometimes you go in, you go to these meetings and they're speaking so much bulk, you can't even understand what they're talking. They themselves don't even understand what they're talking with all the bulk business. You hear so many Liberians who act like they're better than the other people, because they believe they are American Liberians, they believe they are more highly educated. Nonsense. We need to stop that. We need to stop comparing and contrasting, trying to act like this person is not up to your level, not up to your class. So therefore, you look at them certain way, you gossip about them. Or even if the person is doing something so amazing, but you're so hateful and so jealous to even acknowledge it, to even say, oh, you're doing a great job. So many animosity within the Liberian community, so many. And it's not only in Oregon. Almost every where every community in America that I talk about when it comes to Liberians is we going through the same thing. You know, what's that about? We need to change. Why do we hate on each other so much? Why do Liberians hate on each other so much? We need to stop the hating. It's unnecessary. It's about time we support and uplift each other, okay? That's the only way our country will progress. If we support and uplift each other, if we keep hating and keep being jealous of one another, and sometimes you don't even know what they're jealous of, you know? Someone can just see you just from the way you look, and they just put you in their black book. You know, no matter what you do, they don't want to take you out of that black book. Do I even care if I in somebody's black book? No, it don't bother me at all. I can be in your black, your pink, your gray, your red. It don't bother me. You know, all that I care about is we as Liberians need to stop. We need to stop the separation. You know, we need to come together. We need to be one if we want Liberia to progress, if we want Liberia to develop, if we want Liberia to rebuild. We have to come together. We need to create NGOs. Okay, when one person do something, it doesn't mean the other man can do it. And that's another issue I have. Why? So because Kona got a radio show now, so if another Liberian woman go get a radio show, then I will say she copying me? Because that's how we act? No. I'm supposed to be happy for that Liberian woman and say thank you. I'm glad now we got more than one radio show. I'm not supposed to be jealous or be envious over her. But that's all we do as Liberians. You see someone doing something, for you to appreciate and support the person, you want to hate on the person. You want to bring the person down. You want to talk about the person. I personally, I don't care what anybody talk about me anymore. I forgot about that years ago. I'm 37 years old. I'm about to be 38. I don't really care. You know, all I care about this 2018 is we as Liberians, we need to come together. We need to support each other, okay? We need to try to elevate each other, not tear each other down. I'm tired of Liberians tearing each other down. You know, when the Ebola happened in 2014, I was expecting almost every Liberian in Oregon to be jumping on this to say, oh, let's do something. But even with that, we have to be begging people. Why? What do we really see as important in our life as Liberians? Is it only us? Our individual life? No, we have other lives out there that we need to focus on. So we have other people that we need to focus on. That's the only way the country will progress. You know, unity, coming together, bringing up ideas, creating non-profit organizations. You know, when your friend do it, it looks good. Talk to her, how she did it. Let her show you, let him show you. Let's build a community. Let's stop tearing each other apart all the time. All the time. I'm so sad when I talk about that, because I see so many Liberians and they can be doing so much more, but instead they waste their time because they spend so much time comparing themselves to other people or want to show to this person that they can do this person can do this, then nothing come out of it, because that's not really what you wanted to do, you know. So we need to quit comparing ourselves and try to rebuild the country, all right? Try to rebuild Liberia. That's the focus. It's rebuilding Liberia. How can we rebuild Liberia? How can Liberians do that? I'm giving my opinions, okay? And some of my opinions are, one of them is the fact that we need non-profit organizations in Liberia. You know, America has over 1 million non-profit, 1 million and more non-profit that really keep this country going, keep this country flowing, you know, sustaining the communities with food and with clothes and with shelter. I mean, everything the community does, you know, everything, all these little places you go to are all community-based projects. You know, most of them are not the government project. These are all community-based projects. So we need to start focusing on more how we as the people, we as the community can help one another, instead of just putting our hand between our leg and say, oh, let open we can fix this road. I went to Ghana and the road so bad in 2011. You ask the rich man, why can't you spend some money to fix the road? You know what he tells me? He tells me, well, I have a big truck, so it don't affect me. That's not cool. It should affect you. You live in that community. You know, we need to be there for one another. You know, we need to support each other. We need to quit breaking each other down. You know, that's the problem, all right? That is the problem. So the last thing I'll have to say is I just feel like we need to self-educate, okay? we need to self-educate, and we need to stay aware on issues within the communities. Okay? It is our personal responsibility. It's nobody else's responsibility for us to be aware. You know, if you living in a community and you don't even know what's happening to your brother next door, no. We Liberians, we Africans, we don't do that. You have to be aware. You have to know what's going on in your community. You got to know who and where you can go when you need help. And help has to be there, okay? When we need it, it has to be there. So, these are just tips that I had, and I posted these on my blog, so y'all can check letthemsay.com. I will be writing, lots of, I'll be blogging. So this blog is called, the topic is the need for nonprofit organizations in Liberia, okay? And I gave some tips on why I think nonprofit organization is important and why it's needed in Liberia. So for those of y'all watching, I'm very grateful. I hope a lot of Liberians out there are watching, because before I go helping other country, I want to help my own people first. Okay? So most of the time when I'm focusing on helping people, I always focus on helping Liberians first, because that's where I'm from. That's who I'm looking for. Those are the people that I want to help. I want to help all Africans, but I'm saying that I'm focusing on Liberia. Liberia is my home. I love Liberia. I love my Liberian people. And I know we can do better than what we're doing. I know we got love in our heart, or else Liberia would not still be there. You get me? We are strong people. We've been through so much, and the country is still there. The country is still there. Liberians, we are strong. All right? We are strong. We are capable of doing anything we want to do. There is nothing that we cannot do as Liberians. There is nothing that we cannot do. We can rebuild Liberia. It just takes us to come together. It just takes us to brainstorm. It just takes us to work as a community. All right? We need to stop breaking each other down. We need to support. If your friend is doing something good, support her. Don't hate on her. Don't hate on him. If somebody got a big house, you don't have to get a big house too. Big house not for everyone. Go get your small house and be happy. Make sure that small house look good for you. That's how it's supposed to be. Why do we hate on each other so much? Why? I've been hated on so much in this Portland, Oregon by my own Liberian people. Because of what I don't even know. Sometimes they just look at your physical. Intimidation. They instead of them supporting you, or even if they instead of them coming to you and say, oh, Kona, I let it, they want to go back there and go and gossip about you. Why? You get a radio show. Oh, Kona got a radio show. They don't even want to listen. They don't even want to watch. Why? Because it's hurting them. We need to stop that. Show love to each other. Open up, Liberians. Open up. Help Liberians. Help each other. Help your country. All my Liberian people that are watching right now, if you're in America or anywhere else in the world apart from Africa, help someone back there. Today, donate something to someone back there. Tell yourself, you know what? I don't know this person, but I will help them. Pick a school in Liberia and send something to them. There are a lot of schools that need help. Just Google a school in Liberia and say, you know what, today or this month I want to help this school. Why can't we do that? It's easy to do. We should be able to do that as Liberians. That's how the country will prevail. I'm working with this organization in Liberia, and they send me pictures of the classrooms. Why? You see the classroom is so crowded. Why? And then you got Liberian people in your bro acting like they say the big shot. What your big shot on? What your big shot for? Help your people back home. Stop acting like you big shot. Nobody care about your big shotness. Nobody care about the book, How much book? Oh, I got this degree. So what? What are you doing with that degree? Are you helping someone? Because that's what I care about. I care about who you're helping with that degree. Not you having a degree. Or not you having a good job, not you having a big house. It don't matter. Let's quit all the negativity. Let's quit all the hating. Let's quit all the bringing each other down. Let's support and encourage each other, okay? It's needed. I'm listening to Quincy B, and I'm so sad that he passed away because he had so much potential on making a change in Liberia. We need the young generation to bring great ideas. You know, I'm reading about the voting in Liberia, doing Celine Johnson and how the women, you know, they had to take the men ballot, you know, hide it. And it's like, we need to support each other. We need young people to bring great ideas for Liberia. You know, most of the young Liberians went to the Liberian War, and it affected them somehow. So most of them are not even focusing on education. You know, everybody won't be in sports. Everybody won't be in entertainer. For what now? When you go to the doctor, then when you don't see the black men to the doctor office, then we worry, whoa, there is no black people to the doctor. Go to school. We need to encourage our Liberian younger generation. You know, try to encourage them towards education. Let's focus on that. We, the adults, we, the grown-ups, it is our duty to create that path for them. Are we doing that? Or are we just waiting for them to do it for themselves? Why? Then why were we here? This is the reason why since I've been in this country, I've always been fighting to get a platform. Because I just want to get a platform where I can be able to help other people. I can be able to help Africans. I can be able to share my opinion. You know, my thoughts. So please, 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 Liberian people, today, if you're listening, go Google one school in Liberia. Google one church in Liberia. Google anything in Liberia that can be improved and help. Okay? Help. You don't need to have full cars in your garage, but you don't have one project in Liberia that you are supporting. You got a big old mansion in Liberia. You don't have one project in Liberia that you're supporting. That only your mansion will keep Liberia going? No. Help people. Help someone get to where you're at. But oh, that's an abomination in the Liberian community because they don't like to help someone to improve. We want people to just be down. When you down, everybody happy. When you up, they sad. What kind of life is that? How is Liberia going to improve, Liberians? So if you're listening, you are Liberian, do something today, okay? Try to volunteer. If you're in Liberia, try to volunteer. If you're in America and you are listening to me, please, 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 Google, research a nonprofit in Liberia or organization or anyone or anything that's helping to improve the country. Try to involve yourself, all right? You don't have to be living there to help. You can help anywhere you're at. Just Google. I can give you somewhere to start. Little piece. He's a Liberian little boy. He got an HPV virus that he's been having since he was, 5 months old or even younger. And this little boy being in Liberia for this long and not anyone or not any organization that can take upon themselves to say, let's help this little boy get the help that he needs. Let's be there for Little Peace. Let's put together a fundraiser. That's part of what the nonprofit organization does. You know, create fundraiser. No group can fundraise for this little boy to be able to generate funds for him to be able to leave the country and seek medical help. You know, people just rather just let him, what we're waiting for him to die, God forbid? It's like, come on, Liberians, help each other. Why? How is the country going to progress if every day you see so many Liberians here now, we added to say we're not Liberian anymore, America our home now, man. Everybody here now like American. They're too quick. It needs to stop. The hating needs to stop. Let's spread the love, okay? So this is Let Them Say on KBOO 90.7 FM. Talking today about the need for nonprofit organizations in Liberia, my homeland. This is also a live Facebook feed. So, oh yeah, this is a very emotional topic, and I really, really hope that all Liberians listening or all Africans listening, will try to do something about this. We'll try to make a difference. All right? Because it's so necessary. I'm just so tired of the hating, within the Liberian community. And we need so much help. I don't understand how we can hate on each other so much when we need each other so much. Not needing each other for money, not needing each other for love. We just need each other to build. That's what the world is. We need each other. We have to we have to create a bond to get something out of it. We have to create a group for something to generate. And if we're not creating anything, we're not creating the love, we're not creating a group, all we're creating is just hate, 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 hate. It needs to stop. It really does. It needs to stop. This is 2018. I'm hoping to see so many differences, positive differences within the African community in Oregon this year. My goal is, I've been saying this for a while, my goal is for us to be able to have a fundraiser in Oregon once a year. We have a big fundraiser in Oregon for one country in in Africa. We pick a country in Africa, we fundraise for that country, and we send help to that country. And every year, I would love for us to do that. We just pick a country. We got all the countries in the bowl, and we just pick. Whichever country you pick, we are helping that country that year. It's necessary. It's easy to do. Let's do it. Let's stop wasting time. What are we waiting for? For our children to grow up and they see the same thing that we've been seeing for years and years and years and years? Will there ever be change? Will Liberian people humble themselves and stop being so pompous towards each other? Some of the people I don't even like to look at them, because they are so pompous. And me, I'm a woman. When I see you pompous, I try to figure out what making them want pompous. Because I don't care what you have. This is America. We can all get anything we want. You get me? You don't even have to be in America. Anywhere. You can get anything you want. You just got to put your mind to it and work on it. To all the little children in Africa, we need to encourage them to dream big, to change the world, to change the communities. We don't need to just forget about them and tear them down. Oh, that small boy. Oh, that one part are useless, man. You see, why? Why are you calling the boy useless? You proclaiming it. No. When you see the little Liberian boy, little Liberian girl over there doing something wrong, you call them. You talk to them as a grown-up, respectably. And we don't do that. That's why the little children can be so rude back to us. Because most Africans who want to be yelling at the children and because we think the children are just supposed to listen to us. But no. How are you treating them? How are you coming to them? Are you coming to them with respect? Because that's how they're going to come back to you. Oh, trust me. I have few experiences in that. All right? So the way you come to kids is the way they will come to you. So most of our Liberian adults, they say, oh, the children in first kid, the children in first kid. Yeah, because we the adults don't know how to approach the children. And one thing too, I want to say about our community, we need to stop forcing our women in to go to marry, okay? Marry not by force. Not every woman is supposed to be married. We need to stop that. When a girl is not married, it doesn't mean she is incomplete. A woman has a choice. If you want to marry, you marry. You don't want to marry, you don't need to marry. There are a lot of married people that are unhappy. And there are a lot of single people that are unhappy. So as there are a lot of married people that are happy, and there are a lot of single people that are happy. So in the African community, you meet the girl dating the boy, and the whole day you hear, oh, you got to marry that man. Don't let it man. Why are you forcing me? Is it a contract? No. So let's respect each other, okay? Let's respect each other. Let's work together as a community. Let's work together as people. Let's build each other up. Let's build each other up, okay? Let's build each other up. If you see your friend doing something, encourage them to do more if it's good. If they're doing something bad, you talk to them about it. You're not going to go gossip to them about it. If you can't tell me in my face, then don't go tell somebody else. If I'm doing something you want me to know, come to me and tell me. Why is it so hard? There are so many people that when they see me personally, they have zero thing. They have nothing to talk to me about. They don't even want to look at me. But when they finish talking to other people about me, say you would think they're living with me. Why? Why we think we know someone's life more than our own? Or more than the person said know their life? Why? Why we spend so much time gossiping? It's okay to gossip sometimes. I think gossip is natural, actually. You know, I mean, it's okay to gossip. It's healthy. It can be healthy. But what are you gossiping about? What are you talking about? Is this someone else's life, or are you just gossiping about a topic that you found on Facebook that caught your attention? Because that's what I gossip about most of the time, me and my husband. You know, find something else to put your interest in, not other people. All right? Focus on other things, not other people's life. So today I'm just trying to talk to my fellow Africans, my fellow Liberians. I want you guys to be positive. I want you to know that Liberians, we are strong and we can do whatever we set our mind to doing. We've been through so much as a country, as a people, that it's about time. All right? It's about time Liberians come together and try to help Liberia. It's about time. Let's make each other proud. Let's make the country proud. Let's make Mama Liberia her land, the land. Let her know we didn't forget about her. Oh, come on. Let's help each other. Children in Liberia shouldn't be suffering like the way they're suffering. A child shouldn't be able to not go to school because they can't even afford school fees. They can't even eat. They're going to sleep hungry. Why? And then you get someone else who over there driving a nice car and he see. Why? Help each other out. Build community programs. Create food pantries within the community. So today, go to somebody's house and be like, Mama, let's start a group. We can create a food pantry. We don't have to build somewhere for it. Just start in somebody's home. It got to start somewhere. Why will a child go to bed hungry? We can be able to stop it, Liberians. We can do this. Let's make a change. Let's raise more awareness. Let's create many fundraising events. Let's help our people. Okay? Let's help our people. Since I'm over here doing all this talking today, I will just share a little story with you guys, okay? So, when the war started in Liberia, I was 10 years old. Well, I was 9 years old going to 10 when the war started. And I remember we were living to Poilan. And I think Poilan was one of the first places the war started in Liberia. Because that morning, I remember we were getting ready for school. I came outside on the balcony and I saw the rebels with the red hair tie, bandana around their hair with guns. They were walking in the bush. And that was the day that changed so many Liberians' life. Because after we saw that, less than 10 minutes, the poultry farm opposite us was bombed. Baby, if you're there, you know that poultry farm that used to be in front of us in Liberia? Yeah. And that's when my life changed. And what I went through during the war, it's scary. I'm 37 years old. And this started when I was 10. And it still haunts me. It still affects me. I can't even hear firecracker without even jumping. You know, I can hear a tire, the tire busting without jumping. I hear a tire pop. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? You know, that's how much it affected me. And that's how much I know it has affected so many Liberian children. You know, the war did destroy Liberia. It destroyed us a lot. But it did not break us because we're still standing. I'm still here today. And when that war started and I saw all those dead people on the floor, and I saw dead children, dead bodies, gunshots, I'm telling you, I told myself as a 10-year-old that if I can get the opportunity to leave from this place alive, I will help in any way I can if I can. And I don't understand why so many Liberians are not feeling that need after everything that we've been through. We've been through so much. We need to help each other. We need to help. We need to help each other. We need to encourage each other. You know, I was 10 years when the war started. And I can just picture my 10-year-old self. The fear of not making it. Going to bed hungry. You know, picking food from the garbage. Eating pankana. Eating pankana, that can even fail you. But, oh, Jesus, yeah. So, it took a lot to get me where I am today. And the strength that I have. And the will to help people that I have. It took a lot. It took a lot. And it's coming from a very, very painful place. Because my memories of Liberia, very painful. And I actually totally told myself that I will help Liberia as much as I can, but I don't know if I want to go back to the country because I'm so afraid that when I step in Liberia that there will be bombing, gunshots, and people look at me like, Conan, please, man. And I tell them, it's true. You know, but they don't understand. It's the fear in me. You understand? It's the fear in me. That's when I left Liberia, that's what I saw. So I would love to go back to Liberia and see that the place is nice and it's back to normal. And we can do it as Liberians. Why can't we do it? Why can't we? Whole day light going off. No good water. No good schools. No churches. No hospitals. Children sick from just common disease. They end up dying. Why? And you got so many Liberian people acting like we're so rich. Well, not me, because I don't include myself. I wouldn't include myself. I don't do that. I will give someone my last before I see them on the street. Why? So I just want you to know why I feel the way I feel. It's because I went through the war when I was 10 years old in Liberia. And I seen death. I seen people with money and they couldn't do shit. Nothing with the money. Money was worthless. That's why when I see people with money and they're acting all big shot, especially Liberia, I'm like, what's wrong with you? You think this is going to take you anywhere? Don't fool yourself. I seen money laying on the street, man. Money was everywhere. Because nobody want money. What the money gonna do? There ain't no food for money to buy. All the stores were raided. No money, no food. No food for the money to buy. So yes, it does come a time where money doesn't matter. And what matters the most is each other. And what you did for someone. You see Ebony today when she died, like last time. Today we're all talking about Ebony playing her music, giving tribute, singing with Queen CB. He's gone. He don't care what we do for him. Yeah, the man not here. We can sing a song all we want to do. He not here, he gone. But you know why we still paying tribute to him? Because how he touched us when he was here is what mattered. How he made us feel is what mattered. How do you make someone feel? Are you encouraging someone? Or are you discouraging someone? Are you empowering a little child and telling them that you little child, you will be somebody? Stop this life you're living right now. Stop stealing. Stop going to the gang life. Stop all this thing you're doing. You are better than you think you are. Are we saying that, or are we just telling the children, oh, the one part I think he's doing, he's useless, man. Leave that one. Why? Let's encourage each other. Let's build each other up. We need to rebuild Liberia. How can we rebuild Liberia is what I'm talking about today. How can we do that as Liberians? How are we as Liberians coming together to rebuild Liberia? What are we doing? I want to know. I want people to actually share their opinions with me. Email me. Talk to me about what are some of the community efforts that are going on in Liberia. You know, community-based programs. What's going on out there? I would like to know. So please, 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 let's empower, okay? Let's empower each other, not tear each other down. Love someone you don't know. I don't need to know you to love you, no. So long you're good, I'm good. Don't judge. Quit judging people. We should all live our lives. Why are you judging me? I don't judge you. No matter what I do, it's my own business. When I die, I'll go by myself. Don't judge me. Encourage me instead of judging me all the time. Don't judge people. Encourage them instead of judging them all the time. Why are you judging them? Then when I judge you, you'll be vexed. So don't judge me. You know, let's spread love. When someone's doing something good, encourage them. I've been trying so hard to reach out to certain people within the Liberian community. And as much as they know what I'm doing is noble, they will even tell me that, oh, what you're doing is very noble. It's very good. But you don't want to see, they don't want to be a part of it. You know why? Because most of them think they're going to make us rich. Sick thinking. So many Liberians feel that way about each other. Oh, I'm not going to do this for that girl. I'm not going to do that for that man. Oh, that man going to be rich. In 2010, I worked with a group of kids within the African community. I lost so much money because I wanted to create something. I lost thousands of dollars. But yet, I had people thinking that I made money. They thought that Kona got rich. From what? No. Far from rich. And I don't do anything because of the money. I do it because I want to do it. So therefore, I put in my own money and my own effort. And even with that, people were like, oh, your children, you don't go help Kona. You will make Kona rich. Why? Nobody can make anybody rich. I make myself rich if I want to be rich. I don't need y'all to make me rich. You know, y'all need to support each other and quit hating and quit talking bad about somebody. If someone doing something good, join them. Don't talk bad about them. What is it going to do for you? You sit down, you drive your big, nice car, you sit in your big house, and then you want to be talking about people. Why? You already got what you want. At least that's what you're claiming. So why ain't you happy enough right there and just zip it and Google or non-profit in Liberia or Africa, Ghana, that you can help. Okay? ASMAC International School in Ghana, you can help. There are so many places, so many things Liberians we can be doing. Let's stop hating on each other. Let's stop it. This 2018. Let's stop it. Let's come together. There are few Liberians I can name. They refuse to support anything I try to do. You know why? Jealousy. Because they think they're going to put me up here. They already think I'm here. So when they support me, they will be putting me too much. Nonsense. Nonsense. Support your fellow Liberian. If you see someone doing something good, support them. Stop being hateful. It's not helping the country. That's the only reason why I'm talking about it. Because it's not helping the country. You know? It's not breaking anyone else down, but I'm keeping Liberia where it is. So please, 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 my Liberian people, I'm sharing today with you the necessity of nonprofit organizations in Liberia. Why we need to have nonprofits in Liberia, okay? Nonprofit will help us build shelter for the elderly. It will help us build orphanages. It will help us build, it will help us to get medical equipment. It will help us to create food pantries within our community so that our children they can have options for food, when they don't have no food at home because most of the parents, they don't have job to buy food for the children. So we need to help each other out. Job is scarce. So we need to help each other out. Like I said, building small credit unions to start, savings. Set up volunteering groups. Creating programs to help schools, to help the hospitals with supplies, with funds, and the need to self-educate. We need to self-educate ourselves. We don't need to wait for anyone to teach us this thing. We have to try to want to learn. The need to want to learn, the need to learn, the need to want to learn, it's a big deal. Because when you want to learn something, nobody can stop you. If you don't want to learn it, then you're waiting for someone to come bring it to your idea. So let's get up as people. Let's wake up. Let's look at each other as brothers and sisters when it comes to helping. Help me, I help you. Be there for me, I be there for you. Love me, I love you. That's how it's supposed to go, okay? So, y'all, thank you for watching this live video and also live recording here on my Let Them Say show. Thank you so much. I was just sharing my opinion today and just sharing my thoughts and things that I feel and, how I would like to help my fellow Africans, fellow Liberians, So go onto my website and, y'all check it out. Y'all try to support. I'm preaching about it. All right. So, y'all, thank you so much for joining me. And I will be having more of these topics. And if you have a topic that, you will want to discuss, you want us to talk about, you want me to talk about it live, or you even want me to talk about it on the radio show that you think it will help my listeners out there, please feel free to share, okay? I'm open to ideas, and I'm very much open to anyone who is trying to make a positive change. That's all I'm about. So, y'all, thank you so much for joining me today on Let Them Say, live on Facebook. So, let me say hi to Fed Nugget. Thank you. John Hollins, thank you so much for watching. And okay, your name is hard for me to pronounce. There is something Hollins too. So y'all, thank you for watching. And again, the topic was about the need for nonprofit organizations in Liberia. So let's focus on coming together as Liberian people, okay? And y'all feel free and share this video so, other Liberians can watch, other Africans can watch, and kind of get my pointers on how we can help our community, because it's necessary. This is something that will benefit all African countries, not only Liberia. I'm just talking about Liberia because that's the people I'm talking about right now. But, this is something that will help all of us. So, y'all, please, stay positive this 2018. Google a nonprofit in Liberia that you can help. Google a school in Liberia that you can help. Google a group, an organization. Try to find any way you can help today. Everyone listening, help, help, help. Okay? So y'all go on the website when you're finished here, and you'll search schools and places to help in Liberia. Because there are many, even going around cleaning the place. Okay, there is so much we can do as people. So I think I'm done. What do you think? I'm good, right? I did a lot of talking just now. Yo, thank you for watching. I will update you on my next live video, okay? Alright, bye-bye.